Okay, I'm gonna just have everything set up. Just one more second. Okay, here we go. Hello everyone. I'm gonna live stream here, at least for an hour, hopefully a little bit longer, and see how this goes. As you see, I have all my tier 10s lined up. Don't know if I'm gonna play that T92. I don't really like that thing, but I'm gonna try to cover each one of them. Let's start out with the M48A1 Patton, just because somebody mentioned it in chat. I'll start out with that. Now, the M48A1, I know a lot of people don't exactly favor it per se, only because it doesn't really do anything spectacular, but it doesn't have a lot of flaws either, which makes it a pretty good tank for, say, the average player, only because if you're not really doing clan wars, it's a pretty good public tank. Like, you won't be able to basically take on, say, a STB1 right up close because they have a lot more firepower, but you can pretty much fit in every little category as far as being like a heavy medium or being a kind of mobile medium. You won't be exactly the best at that category, but you'll do it good enough to where you won't notice yourself lacking in any one area. Now, the one thing with the M48 that you want to keep in mind is your armor. Even though it's okay for a medium tank, it pretty much sucks. And you're actually similar in size, if not a little bit larger than the set up. Just one more second. Okay, so that was playing in the background. I don't know why that started by itself, but since you are pretty large and your armor is not very good, you want to try to keep your distance away from most people, only because if you get close up, since you're not exactly mobile, you don't have the armor, and you are very large, you will take a lot of damage. So I'm just going to kind of peek around this hill for now. Usually there are a few people up here. Don't want to exactly get into somewhere that I'm not going to be able to get out of, but I don't want the enemy to start pushing through here without my team actually being here to back me up. But until we kind of spot the main push for the enemy, I don't exactly want to commit to any one area. Okay. Thank you, artillery. I was kind of expecting to be shot at by Artie since I was the first one lit, but kind of sucked that he hit me direct. That's one problem, as you see, got pinned right in that cupola again. First already hit me, but you kind of want to be wary of that, since before you actually can hit somebody, they're going to be able to hit you in that cupola. Notice we have a bit of a hole here, so I'm just going to kind of stay put. Penetration. See if I can't help out over here. Enemy armor is damaged. They're still doing okay. They're not doing great, but I don't know why our team isn't able to kill that object. We had a T-57 there. I guess I missed that opportunity. There we go. Okay, I don't know why they aren't taking out the E5. Guess I'll just have to do it. Didn't want to do it, but... Ouch. Luckily that hit me in my track. You need a little bit of luck to be having good matches in World of Tanks sometimes. So thank you, Shell, for hitting me in the track. But that FV, I know he was going for the higher HP shot, but if it's between a Tiger 2 or E5, especially one face-hugging your ally, you frickin' take out the E5. I'm just gonna move over to the middle, since we only have this one T-57 who doesn't really seem very good, just because he's he still has full HP. He wasn't able to kill that object as easily as anybody would expect him to. So I'm just gonna kinda hang around here. I know that T-34 is still here, but at least I can spot these TDs. Our team's kinda in a little bit of trouble here.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I'm really worried about that E4. So I'm actually gonna move back. I don't want to stay in the same spot for too long, just because that E4 might pop over and try to take me out. Or even that T-34. Looks like I got spotted from somebody. Holy shit. How did that guy fucking die? Maybe I shouldn't have moved away. But it kinda sucks facing 3 tier 10 TDs that can all one-shot you when you don't have a lot of HP. And I didn't expect him to push over this soon. Run and hide! That worked out pretty good. I don't know why he pushed over that aggressively, especially from there. Oh shit. Maybe that's why.
Track hit.
Okay, should be able to penetrate him.
They're knocked out.
Let's go help out my buddy over here. Oof.
This vehicle is heading.
I kind of saw him on the mini-map, but I was kind of hoping he wasn't all the way over the hill, but yeah, I'm definitely dead. In this low, I guess, hold on. Yeah, this low's pretty much screwed, so I don't really blame him for just... never mind, he's getting shot. Don't really blame him for sitting back, trying to eke out a little bit more damage. But, can't really expect to win every match, and I probably could have did a little bit better. I kinda let, the position where I went initially, we kind of got stalled there for a little bit too long. But still, 3,774 damage isn't too bad. And didn't really do much else though. And still eked out a little bit of a profit with the loss, but that mission definitely helped. Okay, so let's just go on down the line here. Now I finally got my 4th crew skill. Took me quite a while to get that. But yes, I am streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch just because it's a little bit easier for me to set up, and I find for whatever reason it just works better with my PC. Plus, pretty much all my subscribers and people who follow me on YouTube, and it's a little bit easier to just keep everything in one place instead of having things on Watt Guru, having things on YouTube, and having things on Twitch. So it's just trying to centralize everything. Okay, so T110E5, probably one of my most played and favorite tier 10s, just because like the M48A1, it can do pretty much everything, just a little bit better than it since it has better armor. Now, since there's no arty, I'm actually probably going to go in the middle. I don't want to go basically where that AMX pinged. I'm going to head over. But I don't want to go left kind of to that G5-ish area, just because that's usually where everybody goes, because it's kind of like the heavy lane. You can go ahead, IS-8, go around me. I don't exactly need to rush to the middle, so might as well let them go since their positioning is a little bit more important than mine. I'm just going to side up in that little middle hill there, just so I can kind of help the town out if I need to. I can push across the middle hill, or if I absolutely need to, I can fall back and help out the heavies, but there's a lot of them there, so hopefully they do well, or else we're going to have a lot more trouble than me having to come back. Just want to keep my track out there. Oh, he moved, so now he probably can hit me. But I just want to keep my track just barely out there so they can shoot me but not do any damage. And he's gone. But even though the E5 doesn't have great frontal armor, you do have those American tracks that cover the entire side armor. So a lot of people don't really realize that, and if you angle heavily and just kind of stick your tracks out, you can still shoot people, but they'll be shooting your tracks and not actually do any damage to you. You should have a shot on that T-71. Shot on my part.
We've lost some ammo, but at least it didn't explode.
I didn't think someone was still shooting me. And even though the basically E5, I was gonna say E75 for a second. Even though the ammo rack on this thing isn't weak, it's in a pretty bad spot to be damaged from the frontal armor when you get penetrated, so you do have some ammo racks.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Oh, there's that TD.
Penetration.
Thank God we killed that T-71. He was spotting everybody. course I hit his gun mantlet, it looked like. We're doing fairly well here, but the enemy just keeps making little mistakes, so I'm not going to push it for now. I'm going to move up with this object, so I can kind of go around on this right side and be semi-safe. I don't want to push exactly over it. You want to light? I'll light them up. But with that E5 moving back, I can scoot out here a little bit further. Not exactly sure if they're shooting me or shooting him. That one shot sounded like it can't. Ah, there's an AMX behind me. And I missed him. Now at E5, the accuracy on it is good, but at the same time, when you're used to playing with tanks that have a lot better accuracy than it, you can notice a lot of the shots kind of flying off and missing people. I've just been playing a few tanks that have right around 0.32 accuracy before this, so bumping up to the E5's accuracy, it's a little different. This AMX-50B is kind of lucky though. I think he thinks he has turret armor, but that's not really the case. I got a little bit greedy there. So I'll peek over. The 50M looks like he's coming over. But it seems like the team's kind of giving up, so I can kind of wonder what, or feel with them, because half their team was just kind of sitting in the base. Never helps when you have a bunch of tier 10s sitting back in base trying to snipe and not really doing a good job at it because you're losing the rest of the map. I was kind of expecting the T-30 to shoot somebody else, but I guess he kind of likes me. And I missed another shot. As you see here, good team, definitely spread the damage out. A bunch of people got at least one kill, and we only lost 2 tanks. Good game or something, compared to them losing all 15, so it's always a good match when you have a good team. Overall, top 3 damage, 3,172, which their team kind of beat me out a little bit for their top guy, but good for that guy, especially in a tier 9, but still a pretty good amount of damage. I always shoot just to do my HP's worth, but as you see, did block quite a bit of damage. And the E5 is good, as long as if you keep it range and definitely hide that lower glacis. But that little trick, just sticking your tracks out, does help quite a lot with covering up the kind of weak armor. If you try to angle, you just have to make sure that mostly what the people are going to see is your track armor. Okay, so let's go down the line yet again to the T110E3. Now the E3, even after they reduced the alpha, I still like it a lot, just because anything with that amount of armor on the front is a good tank in my opinion. And even with the gun change, it actually kinda helped it in a way, only because with the E3 your main downside is you're slow and things can flank you. So having that shorter reload gives you maybe one more shot before someone gets around you in certain situations. Now, I'm just looking at the enemy artillery here. Whenever I see arty in this thing, I kind of look at what they have. Bat Chat, not too worried about, since that can't hit me over many things. However, that Conqueror gun carrier I am worried about, because if I do hide behind some little rocks, it can still hit me fairly well. So I definitely want to keep that in mind. I'm going to go left here, just because if I go out into open over there, which I'm pretty sure most of our fast tanks should, and go to our FVs going over there too. If I go into open there, there's a good chance that I'm going to get focused on by the artillery since I'm slow before I actually get into any kind of cover. And also it kind of heightens the risk of people just blowing right by me if there's a bunch of mediums and lights, and I won't be able to keep my frontal armor pointed towards most of them. Now we have E4, good, we have an IS-4 as well. It's not really too many, but thankfully that T-71's up there to spot for us. So I really only see 2 tanks on this side for them. So since I have a little bit of backup here, 3, and then the IS-7 looks like it's coming this way, I'm actually going to push over to the better cover from artillery here. Now I'm going to swing out wide and actually head at this with my frontal armor pointing to this gap, just in case if there's someone sitting there watching me come through here. Which there wasn't, but you never know, and I always try to head through little openings like that with an angle just to save myself some embarrassment. Let's see if I can't let this... light tank's going in there. He's turning, but the IS-4 is he's still going. Looks like the JP shot, so I'm kind of able to move up here. Ooh! I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but it did. I really wanted to just sit back here, but this IS-4 seems determined to move back, or move up there. I actually want to sit back in here. Oopsie. Looks like I did the wrong chat. But him sitting there, it provides the rest of our tanks over here nowhere to actually support him without being hit by basically arty or their tanks. But we're not going to last for too much longer here. Fuck. I shot a little bit too low there. That was my fault. And I'm dead. This was a fucking terrible match. I'll be back in 1 second though, and I'll hop into another battle. I have somebody calling me. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so it's a top different match since I was pretty freaking terrible. Let's go to the FV 215B heavy tank. Okay, so decent map for this thing. The main problem with the FV is the gun depression, in my opinion. I can deal with the kind of crappy armor with the lower glacis, and the upper hull's okay, but not against tier 10s. But the thing that bothers most people, along with myself, is that very bad gun depression. But the FV works very well at long range, kind of moving around and supporting, because it has a really accurate gun, especially on the move, and has a very high rate of fire for a heavy tank. It's pretty nice on the firepower department, but not so much on the comfort department. Now, one thing, though, yeah, they actually do have a T92, which I'm not too worried about since it's not very accurate. If it hits me, then I'll worry about it, but I won't be alive to actually contribute after that. But the one thing I don't like is when people sit in D2, which we have 3 TDs right now going there. When there's too many people sitting in there, they're basically not contributing at all. The only time they actually contribute is when your team is basically lost in the 6th line and they're about to get destroyed, or the enemy's pushing towards your base. It's a lot better just to move up, help them, and avoid losing the match, since sitting back and sniping it's useful at times, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't work on every map. It works from the other side on this map, but it doesn't work from this side, in my opinion. Aww, critical hit. I want to be careful going around here. See if I can't bait him around. Come on, keep on coming. Wanted to get him in a position where I could shoot him, but he couldn't shoot me. Okay, he fired 1 shot, so I'm still gonna go around. I'd much rather have him dead than alive. I'm just gonna go after the E5 too. Even though I still took damage, I just wanted to wiggle to get him to aim a little bit longer. Now we have a few people coming in from behind us, but I'm still gonna push ahead. Just because there's that one nasty TD back there. 2 nasty TDs. I'm not exactly gonna go for that T95, I'm just gonna ignore him. We'll go for that leopard.
Turret ring is damaged. We can barely turn it. Enemy armor is damaged.
Let's see where they pop out.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit.
And I missed. Yeah, lucky guy. He had a better angle than me on him. Still, pretty decent game. I definitely took a little bit of unnecessary damage. I thought my whole armor was better hidden, but it looks like I got shot in the turret once. I'm not sure where I got shot in other places. One in the lower glacis, but that was from the VK. But pretty much the FV, its armor is really good. If you can find something like a dead tank to hide behind, and you just kind of hide your hole behind it, your turret front is pretty damn strong, especially if you have it facing directly towards somebody. If they're shooting you off to the side, it's not as strong, but if you have your gun pointed at somebody at long range, generally you could bounce a lot of shots. Now overall, 4,446 damage, pretty damn good in my opinion. And I blocked a bit of armor, or blocked a bit of damage, not armor. That would be pretty impressive though, if I could block armor. And I also spotted for a bit of damage too, since I got in that forward position. And I didn't want to push and do anything stupid, since our team was doing pretty well. I just wanted to hold my spot, do what I can without doing anything too crazy and then dying. And still made a pretty decent profit even without that mission. Okay, so let's revisit the T110E3 because that last match was pretty bad. And sorry if you guys are watching this live, I can't exactly watch the chat as often as I'd like to. My second PC that I usually use for the chat screen, I don't have it right now. And I'm playing full screen. I can't really do it windowed as good as I'd want to. Never really works out for me. I'm not exactly great in technical aspects when it comes to streaming and all this stuff, so I just kind of like to keep it simple. But if you have anything in chat, I will check it in between battles as much as I can. But if you have any suggestions for tanks you want to see, you can kind of see them in my garage. I think the S2E one's cut off though. I'll try to play the ones that you call out, but I am trying to stick to tier 10s. Okay, I have a feeling that most people are gonna go town. Okay, never mind, the bat chat's going. Okay, good. I was about to say, no one's facing the town. I don't exactly want to go there because I'm really slow, but I kind of like the north, but with that many people going up to the north side, I'm gonna head to the town just because they have an E100 mouse. Pretty sure that's an E3. I thought it was an E4, and there are two other heavies. Basically, all their tier 10s might just go to the town, so it would be nice if I could go over there and help them. Alright, so we have a T-71 incoming down low. Looks like he's gonna stay in that little valley there, but I was kinda keep an eye on him so he doesn't try to flank me. Now it is a good choice sometimes if there's not a lot of people going to the town to kinda hang back near your base and actually defend there, just because there's no cover until they get to the bottom of your base hill where that river is. in between the town and the base. So you actually, holy shit, that Yager Tiger dropped down to... What the hell are they doing up there? Maybe I should have went north to help them out. Frickin' we have half the damn team chasing one fucking tank down a hill. Okay. Thank you, E100, for hitting him. I was turning around too, just because you know it's bad when you have that many tanks turn around and drop off ledges to try to kill one little tank. Okay, the E100 spotted and got hit, so I'm going to take a little bit different route. Okay, I'm just gonna play this one pretty aggressive. I don't think anyone's there to shoot me. Oh shit, mouse was. And he moved. I only switched to him just because I thought I could one-shot him. Definitely need to thin their tanks out a bit though, so I'm just gonna... E100 fire, so I'm good to go. Sorry, E5. Let's get up closer. I want him to hit my lower glaciers. Now I carry APCR just for when E100s decide to face hug me. I'm just gonna stick my gun where he's aiming. Try my best to. Something a lot of people overlook is you can actually stick your gun wherever the enemy's aiming, and their shell will actually hit your gun module before your tank, and unless if they're shooting HE, then you won't take any damage. So that worked out pretty well. Oh, that mouse is definitely... at least he has a good outlook on it. Some people rage when their team just kind of falls apart and they're left, but at least they had a little laugh out of it. Now, I think they can handle attacking the enemy base. I'm just heading back to our base, just because this thing's really slow, and I don't really like to trust people. But I'm glad the E100 feels the same way. I was hoping I would have hit a side armor, but I didn't know that all the TDs turned back. So I'm actually gonna just go through the middle here. I should have probably still went to an enemy flag. I thought more of their TDs would have still been pushing towards our base. Oof, I just missed him. I haven't had too many good shots today at long range.
Enemy armor is hit.
But at least the T95 is very slow and pretty big target. It looks like I hit that hill right next to him. I knew that was a pretty iffy shot, but would have been nice to take him out and get a little bit more damage. Just need to get him within my render range. But he's dead. Pretty good game though. Our team definitely did well pushing through town. Initially it kind of looked like we might lose the town, but once I started moving up, everyone kind of formed together and we just kind of steamrolled them. Pretty good match though. 4,857 damage, easily beating everyone else out, and once again pretty good tier 9 on this match. At least he's on my team now. He definitely helped us out there. And just blocked a little bit of damage. Not too many people shot at me. Alright, so next up, I'm gonna move back on down the list. Yes, I'm skipping the T92. That thing, I really do not like that thing right now. I actually just completed a review, or kind of like rant on the T92. I'm gonna upload that in another day or so. I'm just kind of upset at its current state compared to the tier 9 M53, 55. There's no point going to the T92 with the state that it's in. Maybe I'll play it in a couple matches though. Okay, so Himmelsdorf. Not going to the hill because I'm slow, and the gun depression on this thing sucks, so if I get pinned into D0 I will be pretty much useless. I'm actually going to go on the 1 and 3 line, unless if that waffle goes over there.
Time to roll out.
Okay, he's going over there, so... And looks like we have plenty. 4 over there is enough. Yeah, I like the 1 and 3 line just because it gives you a little bit more routes to go through. You can go through the 1 line from this side, you can go through the 2 line, 3 line, you can wrap back, go through the middle. This side you're kind of limited to the 7 line, and that's pretty much it, but somebody has to go here. Hello, Tortoise. Kinda sucks I took that first shot, but at least I pretty much have done my HP's worth of damage already. But this tank's pretty good at that. All you have to do is land 1 Hess shell. Now I'm not going to pop out first, I'm going to wait for that E100 hopefully to pop out. So they shoot him. And even though it was kind of a waste for the amount of damage my shell does, always better to take a tank out if you have the shot for it. Okay, so I can't really penetrate him. IS-4 is firmly back on his corner. Ooh, he doesn't have the 15cm gun. And there's a T95. Lovely.
Enemy hit.
Just want to hit his roof armor to take off some of that HP. I don't really get it when their side, yeah, they have 2 TD TDs over there guarding, but our hill's struggling. Our side, we can't exactly push. I'm actually gonna do something, it's probably gonna be stupid, but I'm gonna try to flank them in this thing. I can't pop back out there because T95 is just gonna hit me, IS4 is just gonna hit me. Let's just see if I can't get a shot off through the middle here. I have an AP round ready to go. Hopefully they don't spot me too early. Oh fuck, I needed an AP shell. No! At least the E100's dead. Ah fuck, I'm dead. Oh, I didn't think the T95 turned around. That was very stupid on my part. I'm so bad. Hopefully, where the fuck's the TD going? The hell, dude? I know there's people coming off the hill, but don't leave your E100 stranded. Especially since you have a full HP E5 there, but... Come on E5, you can do it. Yeah, he's ammo racked. Plus he's tracked in a pretty bad spot.
We fixed the track. Get going.
Let's watch this guy though. See how he does. That TD, at least he's helping him now. I think that the IS4 is over there, never mind. Thought the IS4 would have pushed up and just killed the E5 from behind. Don't want to go around the corner that way. You want to bring your left side in. But you definitely reload faster than he does. Oh well, this is a loss now. Back to a different match. Okay, so somebody wants to see the mouse, so let's give this a go. Unlike other people, I think the mouse is a perfectly fine tank. Yes, it's a little slow, and its penetration along with that accuracy doesn't help it at all at tier 10, but it has a ton of armor, ton of HP, and its gun isn't, yes it has low DPM, but when you factor in the armor and HP, it would be kind of unfair to give the mouse a very good gun, just because already 1 versus 1 you can pretty much kill most tanks. Yes, you struggle against some TDs, but let's all admit some TDs like the E100 TD, the Waffle Trager, or however you pronounce that, can pretty much delete any tank in 1 clip. Okay, so that's actually the best map for this thing, but I am surprisingly not gonna go near the water. I hate going near the water. But look at this glorious HD tank here, dropping my FPS and all. But I'm actually gonna start out in the A line and see what that object sees, and then I'm gonna go from there. I don't want to drop down where that object's going in the bog, only because this thing moves pretty damn bad in a bog, any kind of soft ground. And also, dropping low, it negates any kind of angle you have on your armor. People can just shoot down at you, and you can't exactly point up very high in this thing. So you're basically just a brick down there that they can either ignore or just kill you pretty easily. So if there's not a lot of people spot it on the hill, I'm just gonna go for it. It's like there's 3 tanks that I'm pretty afraid of. The other one, the T-30, I'm also afraid of. Okay, let's pay attention here. Didn't even notice he was there, but still gonna go for him. And I missed. But this thing definitely is not a long-range fighter, even though that's not a very long shot. Its accuracy and penetration with the AP is bad enough to where you can't hit that shot reliably. Wish these guys would kind of just let me take the damage, but at least there's the E-75 going out there now. Just stay angled. He got hit. But let's get this ball rolling. You think you're good at ramming tanks, E-50? No! I missed him! That was a fail. I was going to try to ram the E-50, but that didn't work out at all. I know that wasn't the best tactical decision, but it was definitely the one that would lead to the most amount of fun, in my opinion. And looks like once again I missed. I could have aimed in for another second, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. Hey, I hit something. Now, the reason why I didn't go near the water is, to me, you just kind of get stuck out there and you can't really get anything accomplished. And we have plenty of people just sitting there in case if they get too far, but it seems like that last tank's holding them well enough. I think that's our E-100 over there, since somebody said fall back, but he did his job well enough that should be okay. Okay, this is where I actually have to pay attention to where I move with these 2 TDs. Okay, he's backing off. I want to move over more just because that T-92 is back there somewhere. I want to get close enough where he can't actually aim down and hit me reliably. Slowly but surely I'm making my way over there. Just park my butt on the flag for a second. I'm still gonna push up through it, just because I'd rather get these tanks dead than just to sit on the flag and then lose. Okay, so I did not kill him in one hit. Definitely wanted him out because he's the one that could hurt me. Yeah, I'm using gold, but I don't think I could really penetrate him without it there. Oh, and he's dead. But I just want to stay angled heavily. You always want to angle your turret and hull. If you don't angle your turret, a tier 8 can go through it. If they hit you basically on the flat, basically where that little hole is to the right of the mantlet here, if they hit you on the flat areas on either side of the gun, it's pretty weak. And KV-4 lives to fight another battle. So, pretty decent match. Not every day that you see a mouse get invader. Top amount of damage, surprisingly. I was not really playing as seriously as I probably should have for part of the battle, but just under 4,000 damage is pretty good. And I blocked 3,780 damage, so equally as good there. And still eked out a bit of a profit. Not a great profit without that mission, but that's just because I was shooting a bit of APCR. Okay, next up, let's go with the FV215B 183mm. I still have like 700 Hess shells in my depot from the last time I bought them. I think I bought about 1,300 in one batch when it was on sale a long time ago. Okay, so for this tank, and since I'm tier 10, I don't want to go to the forest.
Move out.
Let's see, I don't want to go there, but if nobody else goes there, I'm gonna have no choice. Okay, so we have one tank going there. I guess I'll go to the forest. The reason why I didn't want to go to the forest is I can do a lot more on the other side than I will over here. And if our scout dies, then this is gonna suck. Okay, so hopefully this AMX-12T can light something up. I'm still gonna push up so I can try to help out over here. And fuck? I am lit up.
Ready to fire. Target unlocked.
This sucks. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die.
Got him.
But I killed him. Shotgun has shell. This is why I didn't want to go to the forest. I can't see shit, I can't push, and there's a lot of enemies in front of me. Okay, our T-92 seems like he's AFK. I'm actually going to move even further back. It's not a very ideal situation for us over here in the forest, but at least back here I have a house I can fall behind if I need to. But with my amount of HP, I can't afford to get too shot at by any one of those tanks over there. But trying to make the best of a bad situation. I guess he is right, we have the only kills. Granted, it's light tanks, but at least we have something. I think that other flank, I saw the enemy get an E2 fairly early, but I think our flank's trying to actually attack them a little bit too aggressively. If someone's in there, the only way to get them out is either overwhelm them, if there's not a lot of them there, or beat them down with artillery. But with our T-92 not here, that's kind of hard to do. Granted, T-92 does suck, if you've been watching this stream. At least that's my opinion. But at least with him firing, it would help out a little bit. Never know, he might splash a tank or two. Okay, so they're not pushing, but I can't exactly push out. That's my problem. If I start moving to where I actually can hit those tanks, more likely than not, I'm gonna... maybe I can get out there. Never mind.
Enemy hit.
And that's not a very good shell hit.
Commander's injured. He can't focus. Crack hit.
Use it as my armor. I don't think this is gonna end well. Just a hunch, but not much I could have did there. I could have probably went to the other side, but with this team, we would have still lost most likely. But it's just a case of we had an AFK T-92, and that definitely crippled us by quite a bit. Not much that any of our guys could have done, because if that T-92 was actually winning, or not winning, but alive, he would have been able to hit the people in D2 and E2 and done something. But whatever, G-Dude. You can say it's a good game, but it's not a good game when somebody's AFK and it pretty much ruins your entire team. But nice try for the rest of our guys. Okay, so not exactly the best video for this thing. I'll come back to it though. Top it to the E100, then I'll do the next battle in the 183. Okay, so Malinoka encounter. Now, still just gonna go to the hill. Now, only 3 tier 10s here. Hopefully my T-92 isn't the same one, I don't remember. Kinda sucks that they have the 2 tier 10 TDs. Would have been nice if they had something like a Bat Chat or something, that I didn't really have to worry about punching through my strong armor with a premium round, but I'll still take that. At least the E3 is a little slow. I can get up the hill before him. But I'm just gonna go to the hill because that's pretty much the best spot in my opinion for public matches, especially if you're alone. Just go hill, try to get your team to go up there, because if you win the hill a lot of the times you can take out a huge chunk of the enemy team and then just steamroll them. I'm gonna guess that they can kill that AMX-12T. I'm not gonna pop out over my little protective ridge. I'm just gonna get far up the hill as I can before the enemy gets to the top. Okay, good. We have that WZ-131 in a good position to spot for us. So keep my lower plate hidden, and I should be okay unless it already hits me. Or the 268 just goes right through my upper glacis. And I hit the ground. Oh, he actually went through my turret front. Still, pretty sure it was a premium round there, buddy. But then again, I'm using premium, so... Yeah, that was a bad shot on my part. Okay, we pretty much have annihilated most of their strong tanks. There's still that E3. Looks like he is in D2, so we should be good to go here. I probably should have winged it, but I didn't have the patience there. Oof, looks like someone might have shot our Conqueror. Fuck, that was another bad shot. Huh. Okay, Cody. Take your time and learn how to aim. And don't run in front of people like I just did. That is not a good thing. Don't try that at home. Thank you, E75, for killing him, because you just saved me a lot of credits for shooting a freaking shell like that at him. I was expecting that to bounce, but I figured I would take the risk anyway. Let's see if I can't hit him with a HE shell. Really? A Centurion 1. Not saying that's a bad tank, but I don't know how he pinned him. But we are kind of falling behind here. This is not looking good. It's getting a little bit closer than I expected it. Just want that T-92 out. I can deal with the rest of these tanks without worrying too much. Just can't let them get around me. Gotta love this gun on a heavy tank though. I really haven't played a low velocity gun like this for... I don't think I've played any of them today, except for the 183, but even that's a little bit faster than this. But swapped over to AP just because we have this match. And they don't have a ton of armor, but I still have a decent probability of bouncing, believe it or not. Oof, hit bottom of his tracks, no hull armor behind that. But at least we won. For all the misses that I had, at least we won. This is probably going to be a pretty expensive win though. Okay, so somehow I still got the most amount of damage in the match at 2,857. Could have had a crap load more because I shot 12 times. I only hit 7 of them and only pinned 5. And I lost a lot of money because of the frickin' heat shells that I missed. But hey, a win's a win. Okay, so back to the 183. Okay, so another battle where there's not a lot of 10s. Now, I only say that because recently I've been in a lot of matches where it's almost all tier 10s and maybe like a 9 or something, but never this amount of 8 in recent memory, at least for me, on the East server. At least I think I'm on the East server. I actually haven't checked, but sometimes it likes to put me on the West server. Okay, so I'm gonna head to the town.
Let's go.
Only because the gun depression on this thing's pretty bad. So fighting in the 9 and 0 line, I actually can't advance. I have to let the enemy come towards me, and even then, for the places that I actually can shoot onto their side, I'll be pretty exposed, and I can take a great deal of damage. So I'm just gonna kind of hide out in town and come back if they absolutely need me, but we'll see how that goes. Now I'm actually gonna hug the side of the map here. This thing has a very large turret on top that people can easily hit, so I just wanna have the most amount of things in between me and the enemies, so that doesn't happen. I wanted to hit him a second sooner, but I didn't click fast enough. Should be able to hit that Bat Chat though. I don't think he realized that I could hit him. I think he was aiming my way, but he knew that the last time I was spotted I wasn't aiming at him. And not a great shot for me on the IS-7, but I'll take the damage when I can. Really want to hit that Bat Chat. Or at least something worthwhile. Why can't I see that heavy? It is him. Oof. AP round would have been better there, but I hit his track. This doesn't seem a very lucky game for me with the Hess shell. See if I can't hit that IS-7 now. That's a nice little perk of this though, that you can still splash people around corners like that. Just hit a little bit of his side armor. He must not be very happy. There we go. There's that one shot that I needed. Granted, we're still in bad shape, but that helped us out a little bit. Okay, I can't move out because there's that GP 100. This being chewed apart here. Oop. Yeah, watch out behind me. Oh, I literally just fucking clicked. What the hell? Oh well. That would have gave us at least a small chance of still pulling this off, but yeah, I should have clicked when I saw him just rounding the corner, not after I actually had the shot on him. Oh well, another mistake for me and another loss for my team. Okay, next up, let's go with, I guess the Bat Chat. I'm not very good at the Bat Chat, but let's give it a whirl. The only thing I don't like, it's one of those tanks that doesn't have great gun depression, and with a medium that's as fast as the Bat Chat and doesn't have gun depression, I would like it to have a little bit better accuracy, but moving around, you don't have really good accuracy at all, which kinda sucks. And yay, this map. I'm gonna try to spot the 8 and 9 line now. I've done a lot of scouting in the 1 and 2 line. I'll dart down to G1, but recently hasn't really worked out for me. But at least in the next update, they are reworking this map and adding in a few more routes to actually cut through the middle. So that should help out a little bit, but at the same time, I just don't get why they don't just leave this map out of the game. It's a pretty bad map. Thank you, speed bump, or speed hole. I'm just gonna try to get behind a little ledge over here to spot people, and hopefully there's not a lot of people in the middle to hit me. Yeah, that VK knew that little shortcut, but I'm not as well versed on this map as he is, obviously. Holy shit, there's a fucking 113 here too. Really? Like, what the fuck? And I just got almost one-shotted by Artie. Run away! I wish I could. But, oh, what the fuck? I'm trying to run away, dude. Like, don't you realize that? Let me try to run through here. Oh no, no! Maybe... I'm so terrible at this map. I have no idea where I want to go, and no idea where to go in this map ever.
Cible acquise. On a perdu la cible. On va la voir. Continue à tirer. On les tient, les gars. Génie HS. On peut. Cible détruite.
I don't have a repair kit. No. Okay, so somehow I am still alive. Do not know how that happened, but I am still alive, and somehow that 113 still has all of his HP. Probably gonna jinx myself now, and I'm gonna get one-shotted by artillery. Granted, that's not really a one-shot, it's more of just finishing me off. I'm just gonna stick a little bit over here. Just judging by that artillery shot, he's not aiming exactly where I am. Thank you, T-71. And now I'm gonna run away. I'm just gonna move back a bit to somewhere a little bit safer. Hopefully. Thought I had a shot on him, but I don't know if he was still there or whatever, but might as well take a few shots since I don't have any shots on anything else as I destroy my cover. But I'm kind of safe back here. I have these bushes where I'm far enough behind them that me shooting won't reveal me, and I'm far enough behind that nothing should be able to see me from the middle. Okay, let's do it. Let's get the ball rolling. I thought I might have had a little bit of luck and I could have popped in real quick. But definitely stayed alive longer, a lot more than I should have. But oh well. Definitely not going to be a very good match as far as like damage done goes, but still pretty fun. I like when I kind of have no freaking idea what I'm doing, but it all kind of works out in the end. Looks like we're going to win this unless if something catastrophic happens, but it's all good as long as if we win in the end. I'm still gonna stay and I'll watch this, so I'm just interested as our team pushes how many tanks we're gonna lose as they push into that corner. That's always the toughest corner to take. Kind of surprised I haven't spotted that ST1. He was further up than where our tanks are now, but I guess he ran away? Yeah, he still has full HP. Yeah, you know you're doing something wrong when you're in a heavy tank like the ST1 with full HP at the end of the match and your team's all dead. Probably should have moved up a little further, buddy. As Artie rains hell down upon you. There we go. Took several shots, but he's finally dead. So, pretty fun match, as in fun to laugh at me, but it's a win. And I'm firmly down there at the bottom. Almost broke 1,000 damage, so not too bad as far as my Bat Chat standards go. And I didn't lose that much money, just a little bit. Okay, so next up is the Bat Chat again. Hopefully something clicks here for me with this thing. Please no. Oh, thank God. It's not Cameron. Cliff, I can work with Cliff. Alright, so for this side on Cliff in a medium tank, I do like to go to that F3, F4 spot, just because you actually have a decent amount of cover from artillery and tanks, because you can move around to whatever side to protect yourself. The other side, moving into like E3, E4, you have a little bit less protection from artillery, because if it already is in K1, they can fire into E3 and hit you pretty damn easily. So I don't really like to go there with mediums from that side. But if I'm on the south, I will go there, especially in a Bat Chat. But from the north, if I'm in a medium, usually I kind of stick in E6 if I have gun depression. Kind of go up and down a little hill there without actually going up on top of the hill and take a few shots off, but I won't actually go there if I don't have gun depression. Let myself remain hidden. Time to reload and hide for a little bit. I was pushing my luck just because that FV, the last time I popped out, he could have been up and pre-aimed, which he's basically now. So I just wanted to pop back, get my clip reloaded, and then I'm gonna worry about my next move. Okay, they're not able to hit me, and I'm not able to get shots on them. Really nice three. Here to ruin my little spot here. Okay, our team is not doing so well. Help him out right there. Help me, 50B. Hit the brake before I dive to my death. And I think I'm gonna stay down near my base. I know it's not ideal, but somebody has to be back here and I can't go through the middle anymore. See if I can't surprise somebody when they come down that slope. Huh? Somebody already got past me. Run away! Or try to run away. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Stay away, T-54. Give me another 20 seconds. I don't like this tank at all. It's good for clan wars, especially when you're working together, but I just can't make this thing work in public matches. Then again, I've never really done autoloaders that well. But doesn't look like we've really stood a chance after our one side collapsed. And somehow I did the most amount of damage, so I guess I did something right. But 2,748 isn't exactly too bad, but I wish I could have helped out a little bit more, because our one side over near the lighthouse kind of folded fairly quickly. Okay, so let's get the hell out of this tank. STB-1, please save me. Now this tank, yeah, it's still fairly new. The problem with STB-1 is, if you look at its stats, you'll think, oh my god, this thing's so overpowered, but the little negative marks to accuracy, aim time, the acceleration, really do hurt it quite a bit, but it's still a pretty good tank if your shots actually hit their mark. Now, I have really good gun depression, so I am going, I'm actually gonna, I'm not so sure. I haven't played this map too much since they moved the flags around. I'm actually gonna go over to D9, just so I can use my gun depression a bit. Okay, E50, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, there's a little route over here. Yeah, I've only played this map like, I'd say 2 or 3 times since it's been reworked, which I don't know why it's so low. I've just never really gotten this map for whatever reason. It is kind of weird that we have a bunch of low tiers down there, but I'm sure it all works out in the end. I guess we're facing the Yo-Os. I think they missed the opportunity to be the Yo-Yos. But to each their own. Take a little peek. And I'm glad I moved back. Just gonna reposition myself a little bit higher. Okay, so their tier 10s are over here. I think we found 3 of them. Hopefully our guys over there know that that's their weak side, and they should be able to push, not easily, but easier than we can over here. Just trying to keep him lit up, but it's not exactly working out too well for us over here. Let's hit that E75. Maybe. Ooh, Nelly. Forget about me? Forget about me now. Really? 36 HP. Okay, AMX, you're definitely gonna regret that. Okay, we still have a decent footing here. Just want to move away from that 62A. Come on, a bounce. There we go. I almost messed that up by right-clicking auto-aim. Luckily I clicked both buttons at the same time. Come on, turn my way. Oh shit. Thank you, Bat Chat. That helped us out a lot over here. Get a little cheap damage in there. That FE's moving up. Don't know how I feel about that, but he's the one playing his tank. So hopefully he sees something that I don't. Where's that ST1? There you are. Okay, I need to help him out. Okay, you should be able to deal with a frickin' IS-7. Okay, good, we can finish this IS-7 off. I'll sacrifice a bit of HP for that. And swap over to a heat round for this. There we go. Whew. That was definitely a pretty hard match to work out on that hill, but in the end it all worked out. All you gotta do is be a little patient and don't make too many mistakes. And got top 3 damage, 3,438, not too bad, and destroyed 4 people. And I spotted for quite a bit of damage too, since I was up on that hill a little bit more than other people. So overall, it all worked out. That mission definitely helped out with me and the profit side, but that's the thing with running tier 10s, you don't really expect to make a huge profit. But anyway, pretty good game, and definitely goes to show you that STB1 is definitely a good hill fighter. Alright, so I'm left with the IS-4 and IS-7. Let's go with the IS-7. IS-7, pretty damn good tank for public matches. Not exactly clan war worthy as much anymore, but its armor's good when you're pointing directly at somebody, especially when you're close to somebody but not too close to where they can shoot down into your armor. You kind of want to stay like 50 meters away or so, to where your lower glacis they're shooting down at it, and your upper glacis they're not shooting down into it pretty much. That way you really don't have too many weak spots. But against tier 10s, that lower glacis still is weak enough to where you shouldn't expect to bounce a lot of it. Hopefully, since they have quite a few slow tanks, we can pin them in. And the reason I say that is they have a slow mouse, a slow 183, a slow Jaeger Panzer E100, a slow E3, and a waffle trigger that doesn't really reload very fast. But it doesn't seem like our team really realizes that, and there goes most of the people off into La La Land, so hopefully they cap. But what can you do? Thanks, T-54. Just want to show my turret, and I should be able to bounce most shots coming in. Not the 183. I won't bounce him if he has a Hess shell. Shoot my gun! I offer it to you. I don't offer it to you, artillery. Left side needs to go though. Uh-oh. This is gonna end badly. I'm gonna run away. And I missed my one getaway shot. It does not make sense for me to stay up there right now. I'd rather fall back a little bit, help out with this E3, and hopefully stop them from getting to the cab. Track him down. Just trying to hit his one track to try to track him for these guys, but it's not really working. I really don't know how much we both weigh, but I thought I would be able to track him that way. But we won, so pretty good job on our team, even though I doubted them in the beginning. But some teams, they go over there and don't cap, and then we end up losing. But at least they kind of did a good job in that. Top 3 damage since I went to the hill, and pretty quick and easy match. I blocked a bit of damage since I hid that lower glacis, and pretty sure that T-54 chucked 2 heat rounds at me to do that damage. And overall, pretty quick and easy match. Only lasted 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Okay, so my last tier 10 that I have not played, aside from the T92. Going with the IS-4 here. It's kind of a dull tier 10 tank. That's why you don't really see it around as much. At tier 9, before it was moved to tier 10, it was a pretty damn good tank. It was a little bit too good though. So when they moved it to tier 10, they didn't really change its armor, and its armor, while it was good at tier 9, at tier 10, especially against all these new fungal TDs and all these different tier 10s are coming out with nowadays, like the Waffle E100, they just completely tear this thing apart as far as armor goes. But it has a decent amount of HP. The gun on it, it's okay. I don't exactly like it for its reliability. The accuracy, aim time, accuracy on the move, all that is kind of subpar, so it's kind of not very comfortable to play. But it's pretty sturdy, especially against artillery, and while the armor does kind of suck, you can manually angle it and make it a lot better. Now, I don't want to go into... Okay, the E4 is going over there, E75... Okay, there's enough in the valley. Did not want to go to the valley. This thing doesn't really work well in soft ground. It basically moves like a mouse when you're on soft ground. Maybe a little bit worse than a mouse. So I'm just gonna stick up here, so hopefully I'm not spotted by anybody in the middle. Then I'm gonna dart down here to the right. You don't want to follow this road. Sometimes you're spotted, even though it doesn't look like there's anyone in the middle. Sometimes you can be spotted there and you'll be hit. You always want to go behind the windmill, and I always go behind the first house here, make a right, and usually it's a little bit safer. Really, you just had to move right out of my little nook I knew I could have shot you from. Okay, so he can see me, I can't see him. artillery for that splash. Pretty sure he's right there. Just gonna hide a little bit more. Okay, T-62A is moving, so I can get a shot on him. Okay. Okay. So we have no spotters for our team. God fucking damn it. Excuse my language, but did not want to get ammo rack to use my repair kit. I really didn't think that the 62 could see me there, but these fucking waffle trackers, I just hate these goddamn things. They're sitting in the back even when we have no spotters to actually spot for them. So in reality, they're kind of useless. And of course I just get tracked where he can still shoot me. Somebody help! Maybe my gun will save me. Thank God. But we really need our frickin' waffle E100s to get out here and do some damage, cause fucking G person. He was in another one of my matches earlier if you weren't watching my stream, but yeah, you don't really want to criticize people for playing when you don't exactly know what's happened to them. I was sitting there tracked, being shot, and yet he still finds the need to say, oh, you're not trying to help us? I'm trying to fucking get to you. Now I'm gonna be killed by the T-57 if I don't get out of here. But yeah, T-62A is still shooting at me. It's not my fault that our team somehow can't frickin' shoot this T-62A or move out of C4. But at least we're still doing pretty good. I just really wish that those E100 to move up. Hopefully I'm angled enough. You gonna move up? But good job with killing that waffle E100. It'd be nice if ours would actually move up. Oh look! Oh, they're moving. They're moving. Oh my God. I wouldn't be so confident. Yeah, your Panzer E100. I just wanted to take a little shot at that corner, and I'm going to move up with this E3 to help him, even though he was being a little bit of a dick earlier. Yeah, it's good to heat shell ready. And he got one-shotted by Artie. Finally they move up and they move out of cover. Actually, I'm a little too far over here. I just really didn't want to be spotted and get shot from their base. Well, they're all angry. I know I'm a little annoyed, but let's see how this fares. That E4, I don't know whether he's in their base or if he is down here with this medium. So I gotta keep an eye on my butt though. He might be trying to flank us. Or not. Oh, and I fucking missed. I'm sorry that I'm so bad, Mr. Gorilla. Okay. So it'd be nice if our artillery could move and help us out, but it doesn't look like our Artie's gonna move. Granted, they're both Bat Chats, so I don't get why they would move either. We have 4 minutes left, so I'm gonna back up. There's that medium. They have two mediums, I was about to say. Oh, fuck. There we go. Thank God for some little bit of angling. Whew, I was a little bit lucky there, but at the same time, IS-4, you just want to stay angled. I thought he was aiming at my cheek armor, so I did a little bit of a wiggle, and luckily he hit one of my heavily angled sections. But it seems like this Waffle E100 finally has enough balls to move up and help us out. Help me, RD! Oh, fucking shit. Oh well. I guess he does have pretty good on-the-move accuracy. I guess he hit me just in the right spot. There we go. I want to look D for. I don't know what the fuck is our tier 9 already doing. He should have just went out with the tier 10. Come on, don't let him run. Come on, guys. You can do it. One more shot. There we go. I was getting a little bit worried there for a second. But then again, we almost lost because I'm such a bad player. Alright, so overall, pretty good job by our team. Almost a little over half of our team did over 1,000 damage. I did just under 2,000, which, it's not great for tier 10, but for the bad start that I had, it's better than what it could have been. I did block a decent amount of damage, 2,320, which dies for, even though the armor does suck, like I say, when it's at long range and you can angle, you can soak up a lot of armor, but overall the armor could use a little bit of tweaking, since it doesn't really have anything else that stands out for it. Okay, so the only tier 10 I have not played that I own is the T92, which, as I've mentioned a few times, I don't exactly like playing this thing right now, but let's give it a go. At least I got a decent match for it. And woo, they don't even have a close to a tier 10 already, so this should be interesting. Hopefully this is a long drawn out match where I can get a lot of shots in. I'm gonna try to get a shot into the C7, D7 area, I hope. Hopefully I can hit someone there pretty quickly if they can spot them.
Let's get this show on the road.
I'm just gonna back up as far as I can to begin with. Hopefully one of these little light tanks or mediums or whatever goes and spots that ridge. And let's begin the long aim time. Let's see where this E5 goes. Hopefully he's respotted. But I'll go for the M103 instead. Aim a little bit behind him, and it missed. It's the thing about the T92 I don't like. Its accuracy when the RD was changed got a bit worse, which is to be, like, I kind of understand, but at the same time, the accuracy is so unreliable right now that it's almost pointless to go up to tier 10 to the T92 since the M53-55 is such a better tank. Or SPG, not tank. But let's see if I can't hit this Foch, and hopefully if I overshoot I might hit the Centurion, who knows? Or maybe my shell will end up in, I don't know, Kansas. There we go. Kind of hit him. Okay, I'm not going to aim at him because it looks like he's going to be moving around a bit. So I'm just going to stick the aiming up here. Now, yes, I do use premium shells for the T92. That's just because the accuracy freaking bothers the hell out of me. Hit him, hit him, hit him.
That was close.
Another close shot. Not too shabby so far. But another thing that was changed about the T92 is its mobility. Before, its mobility was pretty good. Yes, I do run Octane on my SPGs. That helps out a little bit, but overall the mobility was pretty much cut in half, which is pretty dramatic. And it used to be one of the more mobile SPGs at tier 10, believe it or not. Now it's basically a slug. I think he's gonna get hit. There we go. But our team's looking good so far. Looks like the South's pretty well handled, even though that Jaeger Panzer E100 TD is somewhere down there. I think that T-57 needs to be put on notice. Never mind. Fuck, I guess I messed up my aiming circle. Hit him, hit him. Another tank, low HP, but I'll take it. Want to make sure. I still have 30 seconds. I won't be able to help this Tiger too. This is gonna be a long aim time, but hopefully I can hit one of these tanks to help out this medium. Fuck me. Oh, I hate when I do that. I always forget I can't move without the aiming circle. Let's take a wild shot at the T-57. Ooh, I hit him! Oh yeah, a little bit of luck helps. But that was... that was pure luck. Yeah, he rightfully so should be angry. Let's see if I can't hit him. Come on. And it misses by a mile. We're concerned about this TD only because a lot of our tanks can actually pen him pretty easily. Whew, that SVG took him out. There we go. It's actually one of the better matches in T92 I've had for a long time. Still doesn't change my overall opinion of the thing, but just goes to show you that you need a little bit of luck, especially with that T57 shot. And I should be able to take him out. This is really going to be a waste of a shot, but what the hell? Since I have a long reload, I'm just going to move a little bit to improve my chances of being able to hit that T28. Okay. This is definitely going to be a pretty pricey game now, but I don't expect to make money on the T92. I might have a few shells left over though. I bought a few when they're on sale. Where the hell is this guy? Mr. Osama? Okay. He is missing. I don't think he's coming after me, but he might. Let's see if I can't go find him. Ah, there he is, right where I was fucking aiming. Like, what the hell, dude? Guess I should have stayed and aimed there, but I really didn't think he'd be there after that tiger didn't see him at all. See if I don't get lucky again. No luck. But before the T92, you could hit mid-30s without Octane. Even with Octane now, it's kind of hard to hit the 30s, even going uphill. It's just a tad bit less mobile than before, but it's really noticeable. But what the hell, I don't think he can make it over to the cap in time. So I'm just gonna try to surprise him, see if I can't get behind him, and I'm gonna kamikaze him, just run into him and shoot a shell, hopefully behind him. T92 you can't really point down, so it's a little hard to hit people at close range. I wonder if he's still here. Probably gonna die, me, but you never know, I might get lucky.
The engine is damaged.
No! Oh well. I survived though. I was gonna go off the hill and frickin' say surprise motherfucker, but no luck for me. But did over 4,000 damage at 4,100. Pretty good. Luckily the enemy kind of gave it to me. They all kind of stayed still and were kind of in the same general area in the beginning. But that T-57 hit definitely was a bit of luck. But as you see here, I fired 11 times. A few of my shots I guess kind of fired off in the blue, but I only directly hit one tank. I think that might have been, it was either the AMX-50 or the T-57, but who knows. But overall, pretty good match. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more battle here. Just to cap things off, let's see. I'm gonna go with the FV, just because I have a lot of fun playing this thing. And it's Cliff again. Hopefully this battle turns out differently than my Bat Chat game. Don't think this thing can run away as fast. I'm gonna go up into the eastern part of the map though. I don't really want to sit in a 1 and 2 line unless if nobody goes there. Only because, well, the FV is good at just fighting when there's one lane in front of you, since it has that big gun, and you can kind of aim a little bit easier without having to fling around everywhere.
Let's go.
At the same time, I don't want to pop out around a corner and have a million tanks shooting at me. So, judging by that E4 and the E100 TD going over there, I think it's safe to say that this side is decently defended. So, going up over here, you want to kind of stay in the J line until you get the H7, or else you run the chance of being spotted. And especially on slower big tanks like this, you don't want that to happen. You still can be spotted, but people are less likely to be able to hit you or just shoot at you in general if you kind of take this safer route rather than, say, going where the T-30 is. If there's a scout in E6, you run the risk of just dying very quickly. Yeah, not much our Artie can do. That T-92 definitely couldn't aim in fast enough. I'm just gonna tag along, or not along with, but behind the E100. Let things pop him, hopefully he deflects it, and then I'll pop out and hit them, and hopefully penetrate them. That's my plan anyway. Already down a couple tanks. Fuck me. He popped out there at the last second. I saw him going, but I didn't think he was in my aiming circle. Now he's gonna probably write a nasty little comment and yeah, I shot you, but I didn't mean to hit you, dude. But rule number 1, never drive in front of other friendly tanks, especially when they might be firing and they have a 183mm Hess shell coming your way. I think he's afraid of going in front of me now. But if these two guys don't want to go, I'll hug up against the wall and see what I can do. Why are you keep going? Don't keep going. Goodbye. Although I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's that tank shooting me, and I'm pretty much gonna die here.
We done for. Everyone, get out.
Gotta love those fucking things, but I'm gonna hop in another battle. This one was pretty bad. Nothing like shooting somebody and then getting killed by a freaking tank that can delete any tank in the game in one clip. So yeah, chalk that up as a match I wish I didn't play. Granted, me shooting that guy, it was both of our faults. I saw him coming, but I thought I could have got the shot off in time. But he just barely got in the way. I didn't do a ton of damage to him, but it probably ruined our chances of pushing up there. But at the same time, if you see a person kind of peeking around a corner, and especially if an enemy's lit, you don't drive in front of them, because you're gonna get shot. And more importantly, you're gonna get shot in the side or rear armor. But luckily the E100 has space armor on his side, so I didn't one-shot him. Now, I have a pretty good amount of armor here. I'm gonna see how many people go into the E7-ish area. Seems like right now there are 3. There's 2 people going in the north. Okay, the E100's going in the middle, so I'll join the north. E3 does very well in either the north or the middle. Doesn't do very good in the south. Only reason is, in the south you could be flanked easier, and generally faster tanks go down there. So even if you do kill a lot of people, a lot of times you're kind of stuck because you can't push too far out without being flanked, and you can always be capped as well without being able to get back into base with a tank this slow. So instead go into the middle. Hopefully I can do a bit of help here. Last time I was up here I went solo with like a tier 6 or something with me, like a scout, and it didn't really end very well, as you might think, especially when there's 4 tanks facing you. I was in the same tank too. Okay, Fooch shot 1. I shot twice. So I'm gonna take as much ground as I can, since I don't have to worry about that TD yet. They have broken through to our side, but I'm not turning around just yet. I want to get this Fooch. He's running away though. think he can pen me. Oh, what's the T-60A doing? Gotta get this guy out though, before I can move on. I'm gonna get the high ground here, just so I can shoot down at these guys. Ah, fuck me. I bopped up at the last second. Sure you want to do that, AMX? Don't think that was a very good move. Always take the tank out to thin their numbers. Why'd I shoot him there? That was a bad shot. I was higher than him, so I should have shot his upper glacis, but instead I bounced. Good old APCR shot to help me out there. Somehow I have 4 kills, even though I just looked really stupid shooting that lower glacis. Okay, and this Foch is running away again. Like, come on dude, your team's not doing very well, you might as well just make a stand.
Penetration. We lit that one up.
Ooh,
good.
fire is nice.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Yay, 6 kills. Hello.
Vehicle destroyed.
So I would say it's a pretty decent game here, especially I think this is my last battle. I was gonna do the last battle for the 183, but that turned out to be pretty bad. Anyway though, I did just over 4,000 damage. It was a little low since I shot a low tier and didn't really finish off too many tier 10s on my own. But 4,364 damage is still pretty good at tier 10. And my armor did help out and blocked over 2,000 damage, which always helps. But anyway, thanks for watching my video, and thanks for enjoying this live stream. I'm going to be trying to do this a little more often when I have time. Usually it's going to be between 3 p.m. and say 7 p.m. Eastern time zone for the US. If there are any live streams planned, you can find them on my YouTube channel. It will be under live events. It'll kind of give you at least a day's notice. I'm going to try to do. It'll give you a time, it'll give you a URL to find, but I'll also post it up on Facebook, Twitter, and WatGuru. If you haven't liked the Facebook and Twitter pages for WatGuru, not telling you that you should, but for every 250 followers I have been giving away a gift shop package, along with the other giveaways I do on my website, but I do special ones for Facebook and Twitter as well. Anyway, thanks for watching my live stream. Sorry that I shot a couple teammates and failed in a few matches, but overall it was a pretty successful run, I must say, and hope to see you again.